So, chapters 2 and 3 of A Court of Thorns and Roses in the books, they're really small chapters, and to their credit, they move quickly. I do find, though, and I don't know if it's a genre thing, I don't know if it's just her authorial style or what, she's putting a lot of exposition in there, and sometimes she puts it in odd spots. I do really like the world building. I think that I'm pretty fascinated by it, so that's definitely going to keep me engaged. But there's at one point where the main character and her sisters are going into town, and there's this kerfuffle with this kind of religious sect, I guess. And the religious sect is interesting in and of itself, but she puts in the words of this old, I don't know, some other woman, this whole kind of diatribe. And it was just funny to me because it seemed clearly like exposition, but instead of having it be part of the heroine's thoughts, because this is a first-person perspective, she kind of put it in the mouth of this woman who just kind of goes on and on. And it was a little bit funny to me because it just didn't feel like an emotional outburst. It felt very sort of, for the audience, informational. And maybe my question is she doing this this is just the way she writes, or is she doing it to try to just, obviously there is a lot of communication to put out there, but I guess me being a veteran of the fantasy genre, a lot of stuff, like, I get it, or I can roll with it without a whole lot. And I wonder if she's appealing to romantasy fans first and foremost, if she feels like, or she felt like, or whatever, whoever, the editors, whatever, they felt like, hey, we need to ease people into this and not just dump them in, or is just this the way she's going to roll. But in any case, I'm definitely intrigued. She's now on her way. Things are definitely started. And, I was kind of talking about the plot as I was going, and one of the remarks was that she seems a lot like Katniss Everdeen. And she does. There's a bit of Katniss in her, and I'm not saying that Katniss is the first kind of strong female character, but there's a lot. It's kind of the Hunger Games is kind of post-apocalyptic, but she was using a bow and arrow. This person's also using a bow and arrow. They're both sort of taking care of their family. They both have very mixed feelings about their family. So it'll be interesting to see how this comparison holds up as we keep chugging along. But I'm really happy to be kind of pushing forward, and I'm really impressed at the pace, I guess, even if sometimes for me the writing can be a little bit more languid than is my wont. The pace is on point. I'm going to keep going.